Hi Forester Dragons, welcome back for step 2 and making our comic strip piece with our superhero S and our text and our illustration. Remember last week we drew our city. This week we are going to start step 2. Let me make sure you can see me. So we're going to go ahead and take one piece of paper. We're going to fold it in half. Okay. And go ahead and cut that in half with your scissors. So once you have it cut in half, we're going to set one half aside and use the other half. On this half, we're going to go ahead and draw ourselves as the superhero. Let me go ahead and have our piece out so you can refer back to it. Can you see that? There we go. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to start with right in the middle. Here's the middle of the paper. Then I'm going to go a little bit to this side and I'm going to draw a circle. Okay. Then I'm going to put 2 fingers in between that circle and make another circle. Okay. And I want to make it a little bigger so it matches. Okay. So with this, I'm going to go ahead and do a kind of a moon shape inside. I'm deciding which way I'm looking though. So I'm going to make my eyes looking to the side this way. So I'm kind of creating that crescent shape. And then I'm going to create kind of the white area that I'm going to keep white. So I'm just drawing a circle. Now, if you want to do kind of the anime eyes where they have the white on top and bottom, you're welcome to do that. This is your creation. So once I have the eyes down, I need a nose. So on this nose, and there's all different noses. You could literally do just a little line like this. I'm going to actually do a little backward C. Do you see that? But then I'm going to take it up. You see that? Okay. And then I'm going to create a mouth. Now this mouth, like in my drawing, it's talking, but I don't have to do that. I could make it closed like this by making the line. I could add lips like this. Here I have a side of a cheek. You can add whatever you want. So around the eyes now, I'm going to create a giant letter U. Okay, there it is. From the U, I'm going to create that neck. Draw a line below the neck and come straight out to make shoulders. So it looks like this, right? Now, I need to create my mask. You can see how I kind of went around the eye. What if I go around the eye this way, just make an oval, and I go around the eye the other way, kind of 2 ovals around the eye. You can go all the way up and make kind of like this one. You can make them ears and bring it all the way over here. You can create your mask any way you want. So now I need hair. See how I drew the ears? You're going to need to do that too. If you're a boy, your hair sits right on top of your ears. The same for a girl, but your hair may come down. So on this one, I put it up in a ponytail there. I'm going to bring this hair down. And I'm going to just draw some little curls here. And I'm going to bring it up around to the ear and down. Okay. And then I'm going to take it up. Okay. Now, you can add any other details you would like to add for your superhero. Maybe she has some sort of special antenna, or he, excuse me. You can add whatever you want to finalize your superhero. You do need to know what you want on your super suit. So I'm going to make mine sleeveless because maybe she gets hot. So I just draw 2 lines there to show me those are her arms. And then I can do the design. Because remember, on this super suit, I'm going to have to do it in complementary colors, which we're going to talk about some more next time. Okay, so I've got her nice and big, which is important because she should almost touch the top and she should touch, she or he, touch the bottom, nice and big. Now, on this other piece I have, I'm going to create either a giant word bubble where she's saying something like save the city or something appropriate that you want to put, or I can cut it in half and do two fun super words. Like, you know, I could do like, here I did zap, right? So I could do a giant pop. Okay. I could do smash, like Hulk, right? Smash. You can put whatever words you want. Now, when I cut this one out, I'm going to kind of cut it out zigzag to give it kind of that comic look. Okay, and if you're not sure, you can look at some old comics. You can look them up and research. But I will give it, okay, so there we go. And with this one, the pop, I want the same thing, but maybe I'm going to make one section even longer. And the word bubble you can cut round and then give it like the little triangle like it's coming out of her mouth when you cut it out. Okay, so I've got my two words, right? So I've got me, which I'm also going to cut out. But I'm going to wait until we paint her, because then if I'm messy, I don't make too much of a mess. So I've got my city, I've got me, and I've got my text. So the next step is I'm going to trace everything with a permanent marker. If you don't have a black permanent marker, you can use a black crayon. You don't want to use a black washable marker because when we do the water, if you have a black washable marker, that color is going to bleed and it's going to mess up what you're trying to do. So either a black crayon or a black permanent marker. Okay? So I am going to go ahead and start tracing. I can go ahead and do me first and then my words. Don't forget, if in your drawing of you have room for eyebrows, don't forget to put them. I forgot to draw them with the pencil, so I just added them now. If you have a lot of pencils showing after you finish tracing, then use an eraser and just kind of erase some of that pencil so it doesn't show up in your artwork. So you're going to trace over all your pencil, clean up your pencil lines. Now, do you remember the name of the artist we talked about last week? Jack Kirby? Yeah, and he was the illustrator for Stan Lee. Very cool. And Stan Lee was the man who gave us Marvel. Very nice, right? And then do the same with your words and your city. I'm going to pause you in a minute because you don't need to watch me trace absolutely everything because that would take forever. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it. you can do your work and trace your stuff. Remember, black permanent marker or a black crayon, because the wax will keep the water out. And remember, clean up any pencil lines that remain. Okay? Okay, I'm going to pause it and I'm going to finish tracing my stuff and I'll come back to you. Hey you guys, so I finished tracing right now. I am just going back over the whole thing to erase any extra pencil lines. Be careful and hold your paper still so you don't tear it if you do it like I'm doing it. Once I get it all cleaned up, then I am good to go. Okay, so you can see I have my city traced, all my details. If areas were small, they might have ended up changing a little when I was tracing because my marker was big or your crayon. My words are traced, my text, and me. I am good for this week, and I look forward to seeing you next week for the last step and our superhero comic page about us. See you then. Bye.